Nagsulputang call centers, modernong paliparan at port facilities at naglipa ng adventure destinations. Yan po ang hatid namin ngayong gabi. Ako po si Ethel Cantor Constantino at ito po ang Talk Mindanao. Sumasabay na po ang Mindanao sa modernong panahon. Patunay dito ay ang pagsulputan ng iba't ibang call centers sa rehiyon. Tinaguri ang sunrise industry ng Pilipinas ang Business Process Outsourcing o BPO. Mas kilala ito sa tawag na call centers na noong una ay kalimitang nakikita lamang sa Makati City at Calakhang, Maynila. Ang call center ay isang trabaho kung saan ang pangunahin nilang ginagawa ay ang pagsagot at pagbibigay ng serbisyo sa kanilang mga customers sa pamamagitan ng telepono at computer automation. Ngunit dito mga nagdaang taon, unti-unti nang umuusbong ang industriya ng BPO sa Mindanao.
The general picture of the BPO here in CDO is that, well, for one, Concentrix is the biggest BPO or contact center here in Cagayan de Oro, and us having another site in Davao, I will have to say that we are the biggest here in Mindanao.
Maliban sa Cagayan de Oro City, ang Davao City naman ay nakikipagsabayan sa mga call center industries hindi lang sa Pilipinas, pati na rin ng ibang bansa.
The BPO actually is also varied in scope. The most popular is the voice sector. We call them the contact centers or contact sector, where they normally offer a lot of customer service. But I'm happy to also acknowledge the fact that Davao's major call centers like Concentrix and Sutherland are offering the what you call the high tier of customer service, and that is in the technical support arena. Davao's penchant to deliver good customer service for technical problems is already recognized. When we started in 2004 for really focusing on the BPO, we barely had about 1,000 employees pa lang by then. Now we will be generating more than 10,000 full-time employees.
Bakit nga ba marami sa ating mga kababayan ang nahuhook sa ganitong trabaho?
We have helped improve the lives of our employees here in CDO. When I joined the organization in 2006, we are very small compared to the size that we are now. We have provided for our employees that sometimes we run out of parking space in front. So if it's an indication of our growth and how we were able to somehow provide our employees with the means with which they can improve their lives.
At kung bakit naglilipa na ang mga call centers sa Mindanao, lalo na dito sa Davao?
Why are they here? Because they have everything in Davao. They work peacefully, everything is in order, and they have the supply and quality of talent to boot. I would like to reflect on the direction, on the perspective that the business now is really doing a lot better than the previous years, especially now that the priority of the current administration, the administration of Mayor Sara, is geared towards really bringing in more business, more investments to the city.
Ang pagpasok at paglaganap ng BPO investment sa isla ng Mindanao ay isang patunay na tumataas na nga po ang kumpiyansa ng mga investors sa rehiyon. Patunay din po ito na ang Mindanao ay may kakayahan sa larangan ng teknolohiya at kayang makipagsabayan sa buong mundo. Sa aming pagbabalik, aalamin po natin kung papaano napahusay ang serbisyo ng Davao International Airport, Seaport at maging sa Fishport sa tulong ng Best on CIQS project. More of that when we return.
And the latest that we have completed is the project on provision of equipment for port operation.
Davao City ay kilala bilang pinakamalaking syudad sa buong mundo na may lawak na 2,443.61 square kilometers. At dahil ang Mindanao ang gateway ng Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, East ASEAN Growth Area o BIMP-IAGA, mahalaga ang papel na ginagampanan ng Davao City sa kalakalan ng Southeast Asia. Sa tulong ng Best on CIQS project, lalo pang napag-ibayo ang serbisyo ng paliparan sa pakikipagtulungan ng Davao International Airport at Mindanao Development Authority o MinDA.
In our office, we were able to train some of our personnel on trainings sponsored by Best on CIQS. And the latest that we have completed is the project on provision of equipment for port operations. The equipments that were very complementary or very helpful for this operation is the radio communications that Best on CIQS provided. Given these all equipments that we have, we are enhancing our communication and coordination efforts.
Kung ang Jensen ay tinaguri ang tuna capital ng bansa, ang Davao City din ay nagsisilbing transshipment hub ng tuna sa Mindanao. Lingid sa kaalaman ng marami, dito sa Davao Fishport dinadaan ang mga tuna sashimi na ine-export pa sa Japan. Kaya naman, mahigpit ding ipinatutupad ang Customs Immigration Quarantine and Security o CIQS procedures sa Davao Fishport kung saan dumadaong ang mga foreign vessels na may huling export quality tuna papuntang Japan.
The One-Stop Action Center is composed of all concerned government agencies like Bureau of Customs, Bureau of Immigration, Health Quarantine. These agencies are the one monitoring the arrival and departure of foreign vessels. The Best on CIQS project has strongly supported or enhanced the operations of the OSAC. The operations of OSAC are following a certain procedures, and these procedures are contained in the manual of operations that we have crafted several years ago, or way back since the start of the operations of transshipment at Davao Fishport.
Together with the CIQS, we have the so-called OSAC here inside the compound. We provide them office, so the arrival of foreign vessels, we require them to submit pre-arrival notice. So during the unloading, the Bureau of Customs personnel, the BFAR personnel, and our personnel will do the actual monitoring of the volume unloaded. And likewise, the PNP Civil Aviation Security will be here to actually conduct the surveillance of the fish cargo, so that by the time the cargo arrive at the airport, the boxes will not be open anymore.
Bumibilis na nga po ang takbo ng negosyo dito sa Mindanao at kasabay nito ay ang pagpapabuti pa ng serbisyo ng gobyerno sa tulong po ng Best on CIQS project. Patunay lamang po na buhay na ang ekonomiya ng Mindanao.
Programs, plans of both government and non-government organizations are aligned in such a way that they complement each other.
Sa mga nakaraang linggo, nasaksihan po natin dito sa Talk Mindanao ang tulong na ginawa ng Stride Mindanao sa ating mga internally displaced people sa isla. Maraming lugar sa Mindanao ang binsay naging apektado ng kaguluhan, ngunit papaano nga ba tinugunan ng ating gobyerno at ng iba pang ahensya ang pangangailangan ng ating mga IDPs? Bago ang implementasyon ng programang Stride Mindanao ng Act for Peace program, malawakang konsultasyon muna ang ginawa. Nakipag-ugnayan ng Stride Mindanao sa local government units ng mga lugar na apektado ng kaguluhan at sa tulong ng mga local non-government organizations na buo ang mga proyektong para sa mga conflict-affected areas.
At the time of the conceptualization of the project, we had to identify which areas in Mindanao could be prioritized. Okay? Actually, the overall coverage is supposed to be 13 provinces in Mindanao, which correspond as well into the areas that were covered by the first phase, which is the IDP program. Okay. So we sort of carried it, 13 provinces known to be the conflict-affected provinces in Mindanao. But when the war in 2008 happened, we had to prioritize certain provinces that were more affected. In the distribution or selection and identification of communities, number of communities in each of these provinces, the bigger number, of course, were given to Maguindanao, Cotabato, Lanao Norte.
Upang masigurado na ang lahat ng proyekto ay alinsunod din sa mga programa ng gobyerno, iba't ibang mga capacity building trainings ang binigay ng Stride Mindanao sa kanilang mga kaagapay na ahensya at pribadong organisasyon. Isa na dito ang pagtuturo ng United Nations Guiding Principles on Internal Displacement upang pukawin ang mga bakwit sa kanilang mga karapatan bilang mga IDPs.
Making sure that the policies of government and programs, plans of both government and non-government organizations are aligned in such a way that they complement each other and that the rights and concerns of IDPs are really taken into account when they do these plans or when they deliver services for the IDPs.
Sa tulong ng Stride Mindanao, tinututukan na rin ngayon ng mga LGUs at ng local NGOs ang ating mga bakwit sa Mindanao. Kamakailan lang nagsagawa ng medical mission ang LGU ng Colambugan sa Lanao del Norte para sa mga bakwit na nakabalik na sa kanilang komunidad upang matugunan ang kanilang problemang pangkalusugan.
For me, it really helped the people here kasi yung situation nila and then they really need the medical assistance talaga from the local government.
Sa tulong na binibigay ng Stride Mindanao, kasama po ang ating gobyerno at iba pang non-government organizations ay naramdaman po ng mga IDPs na sila rin ay may halaga sa lipunan at may kakayahan na mamuhay ng mapayapa.
So we feel that it would be nice to promote family establishment and a little bit of fun for everyone.